What is going on here, good people? We're back here working on a weekend like usual. Of course, we're always working on a weekday. It is ISG, the intersection of sports and gaming, ISG basketball, and we're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. We're the only show, folks, combining real sports talk and gaming at the exact same time. We're talking the latest in the world of the association and also the WNBA and college hoops as well, as we also have a couple of gamers that are playing for cash and prizes, playing NBA 2K26, as we come to you on the platforms of FTF Sports, Next Level Sports, Nested Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, and ESTV. It's the intersection of sports and gaming, ISG basketball, powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. All right, we come inside here, folks. I'm Liberty CBS Sports, ISG football, ISG college football, and of course, at the end of the week, it is always ISG basketball. And it's good to be here, guys. This is my guy, Dennis Scott, likes to say, we're talking hoops down with the Orlando Magic. You got to leave it. Good to be back here. We're talking the latest in the world, the NBA. Pretty quiet right here in the NBA. Actually, it's not. There's a lot going on. It seems like it's always something going on. We talk about this all the time. When you look at the association becoming a 12-month sport, 365, 24/7, just like the NFL. So there's always a lot of drama. I would surmise, and I would say, the NBA has more drama than the NFL. So there's plenty of stuff to talk about. And we're not even getting into the WNBA stuff, which we will next week with everything that's going on in the W. There's always something going on in the W. Not about the product on the court, but seems like something always off the court. Before we get started, though, I want to send some prayers and shout-outs to my guy, Amon Green, great friend of ours, been on the program, been doing Madden and NFL and NBA games and shows with us for about 10 years now, coming out with the early stages of Parkinson's disease. He says he's going to beat it, and he's doing a great job there, eating still healthy and still doing his thing, which is talking sports on his gaming show and also playing sports as well in the video game. So shout-out to Amon Green. We love you, AG. I know he's out there watching. But shout out to the good people here as well at Find Curate here in Bayonne, New Jersey. I would say uptown, off Broadway, near 44th Street, 920 Broadway Avenue here in Bayonne, New Jersey. Find Curate open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday. So Wednesday through Saturday, noon to 8 p.m. Eastern, Sundays, noon to 6 p.m. Eastern. You can buy, you can sell, you can trade, and they're always buying, folks. And trust me, they're always buying, always selling, always trading too. Available in-store and online as well. Also on Whatnot. Done some stuff recently here on Stock Exchange as well. My guy Ant-Man doing a great job with this story here. Streetwear as well. At Find Curate, they not only curate your outfits, folks, but they also show you how those fits will look. Large selection of sneakers. They got Jordans, Nike, Adidas, New Balance, Puma, Reebok, you name it. All the options for you out there. As I said, my guy Ant-Man here in Beyond will take care of you, man. Lots of streetwear, hundreds of pairs of sneakers, over 1,000 pairs of sneakers, thousands of clothing articles as well with the streetwear. Check them out online on Whatnot. Also open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, Wednesday through Saturday, 12 to 8 p.m. Eastern, noon on Sundays, noon to 6 p.m. Eastern. Let's go ahead and bring in the co-host for the day. There he is to the left of the screen. That is Nabias Woodborn. He's a writer for SI.com. Grew up in the Georgia area, Atlanta. Currently lives, though, in those Three Rivers. It's the confluence, folks. It's the confluence. Oh, those Three Rivers are kind, sir. Smallest body of water to the largest body of water. Go.
You have the Allegheny, the Monongahela, and the Ohio. You also got to forgive me. I'm actually in the ATL. Gonna be at Falcons training camp for a couple of days.
Lowry Branch, huh?
Yeah, gonna be seeing what I can see with the old Dirty Birds there. Apparently, there might be a possibility the team president is the best quarterback in the entire building.
Yes.
Right now, today,
yes.
That man's been retired for 5 years, and I trust his health better than I trust Michael Penix or Tua Tagovailoa, and definitely more than Cooper Rush.
All right, well, we'll get into that. We got to have you on Tuesday, man, to talk about NFL. But Andrew Richard, piece up A-Down. She's in the A-Town. What's going on in the A real quickly, about 20 seconds? What's the latest in the A?
Not as much as what's going on at Falcons training camp, and definitely not as much as what's going on in the WNBA. So this is my sweet reprieve. But I do want to say shout out to you, AG. Wishing the best for your health.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. The Packers legend, all-time leading rusher with the Green Bay Packers, almost 10,000 yards in the NFL. Should be a Hall of Famer. That's our guy. We love him. And once again, going to get over this Parkinson's disease and the onset. Caught it early with the detection, though. So we're prayerful and we're thankful that he's doing good right now. All right, guys, ready to talk the latest in the world of the NBA, WNBA, and also college hoops?
Let's get to it.
All right, let's take a look here at the rundowns. We come to you from Fine Curate, great sneaker store and streetwear here in Bayonne, New Jersey. There was a report of LeBron James to do a Last Dance style documentary with the Sixers. We're going to talk about that. As also, he signed with the Sixers last week. That happened literally the morning of, after the day we did the show. So we'll talk all about that. Draymond Green, he fires back. He's coming back as well with the Warriors. See what they're going to do without LeBron James. And did Jason Tatum take a shot at his old running mate for a teammate that he's worked with for 9 years? And Jaylen Brown will show you those comments and let you hear those comments. And also the big story in the NBA, also the Clippers, that investigation with aspiration. It could drag, folks, into 2027. So we'll talk about that. And Gal always got to end the show with some great humor and a kicker. How about Joker? Nikola Jokic, his horse, wins again. A top Serbian race out there. Delicious Gar getting the win in the harness racing. I said the harness racing. We'll talk about that. Let's take a look at the rules. We got a couple games we're playing for cash and process. NBA 2K26 Hall of Fame mode, competitive rules. 1v1 current rosters, like to call those Rex. All 30 NBA teams are available. 5-minute quarters, king of the format. You win, you do stay on the sticks. How about the prizes? All about this money. You got $50 guaranteed. The winner gets 40. Runner-up gets 10. You win 4 straight weeks. You do get an official ISG t-shirt, folks. And it does get progressively hard as you go on. But, folks, the shop is always open 24 hours a day. TheISGShow.com/shop. TheISGShow.com/shop. T-shirts, long sleeve tees, and hoodies. You can find them there. How about the matchup here? Got a couple games that are playing for cash and prizes. No NBA games this week. So the players get to choose from the topics and the stories that we're talking about. Our king of the hill, our champ, is Zyrell playing with the Warriors. And a little lady. Yes, Wendy. Playing with those Sixers. We're talking about LeBron, so she's using the Sixers. So Sixers against the Warriors. Quick profiles of these two gamers here. We'll start with the challenger. That would be Wendy playing with the Sixers. There she is, Wendy Fleming from Chattanooga, the Chattahoochee down there in Hamilton County, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chat, what up, Chat? You in the chat? Holler at us. She's 38 years old. Why am I saying her age? Shame on you, Larry Ridley. You have never done that, and you almost did it today. I'll take that back. I'm not going to mention her age. And shout out to the young lady that was at the Usher concert that had the big issue this week. She's from Chattanooga during the concert in Nashville. I guess Usher, they made fun of it. I guess last night, they were on another show, him and Chris Brown, they kind of laughed it off. A little salty. United States Association USA Basketball E-National Team gold medalist, shout out to her. How about Zyrell, our king of the hill? OHIO. Columbus, Ohio. Can he kick it? Of course he can. 24 years of age. Used to work for the Columbus Crew. That's why we're always talking about, can he kick it? Now currently an airline ramp agent. He's our current king of the hill. All right, let's take a look at the standings. Get these predictions brought to you by MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Mollipop taking the world by Sweet Storm with that pink bag promise. Folks, you see that pink bag in your local grocery store, you got to understand one thing. You're getting high quality produce. We're talking about 20 different varieties of grapes, sweet and crunchy grapes as well. Also, pressed juices online. Check them out online. MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Talk about a sweet record. That would be Nabas Wilborn. He picks chalk. Really ain't doing anything. Andrew Richmond, she picks chalk too. She ain't really doing anything. 32-13. I guess she would be one. She's currently 2 games back. We'll call it that. And I'm what? We'll call it 8 back because I've been picking, the challengers here recently. Let's go ahead and bring everybody in. All right, let's go ahead and start with the Queen of the Hill. Queen of the Hill. That's a great TV show. You would be the star of the Queen of the Hill, Andrew Richmond. Your thoughts here. You got Sixers or you got Dubs?
One-on-one, dunking on everybody, right? Also, Larry dunking on both me and Tobias earlier in the lead. That was crazy.
This hater.
Being a hater. And guess what? Because he hated, I'm going with even more chalk. All right, Zyrell, really real. All the way.
That's
haters,
exciting.
Be mad. Go to stay Zyrell.
Yeah, that's chalky. That's very exciting. She took the champion. Go ahead, Nabas. You want to pick the champion too?
Yeah, of course, Rick.
Okay.
What are we doing here?
Okay.
I mean, because now you ain't finna goad me. Like, he's gonna goad me into picking against what I would call common sense as of now. No disrespect to a little lady. I love the way she plays. She's been fighting hard. It's not disrespect to her. Grinder, getting better each time, showing up, even letting Larry talk about her age and everything. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say her age. I said, it almost came out. She knows I love her. I mean, that's my girl. She knows. Look, we're both volunteers. We're from the state of Tennessee. I'm going to take Zyrell too while I'm talking all this crap. But I tell you what, I wouldn't be mad, and I want little lady to win. Wendy, come on, fight, baby. Do it for everybody. All 5 million people in the great state of Tennessee. Do it for all of them. In Funky Town, Memphis, Tennessee, from the west, all the way to the east, to Chattanooga and Knoxville, and right smack dab in the middle is Cashville, Nashville, the biggest city in the state of Tennessee. Let's go ahead and do this thing.
Dangerous.
It does sound dangerous. Let's go ahead and do it. Little lady playing with the Sixers. Let's go ahead and lock it up. And my guy, Zyrell, can he kick it? Of course he can. He's been kicking butt the last 4 months. Hasn't lost in a while. Playing with the Warriors. May the best man or woman win. We'll talk to the winner at the conclusion of the game. Let's go ahead and do it, guys, right here from Fine Curate in, I was going to say Boston. That's not right. Here in Bayonne, it's the other B. Let's go. I'm all over the place tonight. Now that pregame show brought to you by good friends at Golf Zone Social. We're just there on Tuesday night. We'll be back again next week. 3 locations where Brooklyn at. You got BK West Nicons Cartel. It's a sports bar and an indoor golf lounge with some 16 total bays. Beautiful bays in those simulators and those suites. They also have a huge VIP suite. It is where golf literally meets social. The best indoor golf experience that you'll find. Indoor golf games meaning unparalleled social engagement. Folks, you can play video games on those simulators and those suites there. You can play 240 courses. It is a true experience, and it's more than just an indoor golf lounge, folks. It's a bar, a sports bar, lounge, and a restaurant. Only one. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. We're inside of Fine Curate, open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesday through Saturday, noon to 8 p.m. Eastern, Sunday, noon to 6 p.m. All of your sneakers, all of your streetwear right here in Bayonne, New Jersey. I'm literally CBS Sports ISG Basketball. We're talking the latest in the world of the NBA, also WNBA, and also college hoops. Got my guys rolling with me in the box. He's a writer for SI.com to the right of me. Also, Andrew Richmond, she's a sports reporter, top right-hand of the screen in Atlanta. Middle of the screen on the right-hand side, that is Zyrell playing with the Warriors. They're playing for cash and prizes. These gamers are a little lady playing with the Sixers. She is down 3-2. Early stage, they're in white, and Zyrell, he's playing with the Warriors. Of course, they're in the blue jersey. All right, let's get to the topics, guys. The biggest story in the NBA, of course, LeBron James last week deciding to take his talents to Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. LeBron signing with those Philadelphia Sixers last week, 2 years, $8 million. Going to play a 24th season. Once again, getting pretty much the vet minimum. The vet minimum for 10 years of service is about $3.9 million. This is a heck of a deal for the Sixers. Once again, had some options with the Cavs, the Heat. Also, you look at the Warriors, also Timberwolves, and other teams as well. But he chose the Sixers. Now, the big story last night that came out yesterday was there's a documentary reportedly from Andrew Marchand of The Athletic, who's a really good writer when it comes to media matters in the sports space, that they're on the 1 yard line, close to a documentary style deal to do a Last Dance-esque sort of documentary featuring his last year or two there in Philadelphia that would air on ESPN. Now, they are throwing cold water on that, and when you look forward, LeBron, he's pumping the brakes, and also Maverick Carter tweeted, "We are not doing anything like The Last Dance. LeBron James doesn't even know when his last season is," end quote. Do you believe this, Andrew Richmond? Will there be a Last Dance documentary? He can't do this. Get out of the shadows. You're already wearing number 23. We're not doing this, right? Right, Andrew? Am I crazy?
What is LeBron James? An attention seeker. What is the ultimate form of seeking attention? Getting a documentary, man. All eyes on me.
Well, you know, the trend is, right? Everybody's doing the Netflix thing. They're sitting down and doing a little
Everybody. And you know what? I am a little bit tired of that, honestly, too. I feel like there are entirely too many documentaries that are like 6 months after an event happened. Even like the Olympics that we just won against France. I feel like there's no point of having a documentary where the event has happened in the last year. Right. It happened too soon. One of the things that makes the last
doesn't mean that it's going to air. It just says they're going to follow him. You know, Michael Jordan's didn't air for what, 20 years later, almost like. So, I mean, yeah.
You think LeBron James is going to let them record all that image of him and they not immediately put that online?
I would hope he would, actually.
Launching it? You hope so? I hope so.
I hope let it marinate, because that's what Jordan did.
Yes.
People forget The Last Dance.
It was during COVID. That's what really took off. Yeah, perfect time. Yes.
Like, we were at home. It was bad.
Looking for something in sports.
Yes.
Pray for something.
Yes.
Yeah. But, you know, that's why there's value in letting things sit. But that being said, when it comes to the whole 76ers of it all, I'm still surprised that he went with the 76ers. If you look at the outlook of the team, yes, there are a whole bunch of superstars there. I'm not sure how it's going to fit with the usage rate, because all of them are dogs, and Jaylen Brown specifically said he wanted to leave the Celtics because he wanted more touches. I don't know if that's going to happen with LeBron James, and you know, well, good luck to you. But you know, it all comes down to LeBron James. Also, when it comes to this documentary too, what is he ultimately above everything? He is a basketball nerd. So if he can live in the footsteps of some of his idols, right? Somebody like Michael Jordan, somebody like AI by going to the 76ers, then he feels more connected to the game that he loves. I wouldn't be surprised if this happened, but I'm hoping that it isn't. And if it does, that is not released anytime soon.
Speaking of AI, he said LeBron James, he's happy that he's on the podcast, Straight Shooter, with Stephen A. Smith a few days ago. And he says he's the answer, literally. So he gave LeBron James his nickname. How about LeBron James? All of these jerseys are selling out. They're going crazy in Philly. I think they broke a record. I think he's got the record now, Fanatics, for the most jersey sales within 48 hours. And about your thoughts here on LeBron and this reported last dance doc that might happen, maybe not, and also where do you see Philly in the pecking order in the Eastern Conference?
Well, I don't have a problem with doing this. Whatever, it's LeBron. He's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Sure.
People make documentaries. We'll see how this goes. I was surprised he went to the Sixers, but hearing all the background noise, it makes sense. I still like the Knicks. Well, I shouldn't say I like the Knicks. I think that they will win.
Come on.
Yeah, I think that they will win.
I got a quick update for you. You know, they were selling those trash cans. They gave them away. They did like this lottery system thing. They gave like 5 of them away the other day when I was on the news.
Man,
so I got to tell you about that.
Her job, man.
I know it's just crazy, but that's another story. I just want to update you on that. So they made a marketing tool out of it, which is crazy. But go ahead.
And after embarrassing that woman. All right. Anyway, I digress. But with this though, man, I mean, hey, good for him. I think that they can win the East. I still like the Knicks because I mean there are questions about how good of a defender is LeBron James. Jaylen Brown is a great defender still, but how's that gonna be? Joel Embiid don't play a lot of defense. Tyrese Maxey.
He doesn't play. What are you talking about?
Well,
got to get on the court.
That's also a thing in this whole team too.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, because apparently part of it. Well, apparently part of the reporting was LeBron spent significant time talking to Embiid, and I would imagine part of the conversation was like, "Hey, man, like, what's good, bro? Like, or as my Chicago
well, if anybody
friends,
can help him with this regimen and stuff like that, and getting ready to have his body prepared for the season."
But from what was reported, they had extensive conversations with each other, and I would imagine part of this LeBron is like, "Hey, man, is you cool? Or ain't you? You know what I'm saying? Like." Right, like how are you actually feeling? So we will see how this goes. I mean, also remember when LeBron went to Miami, when he was at his peak of his powers, it took him a year.
People do it, but do people do it 50 to 60 times a year?
Hey man, we'll find out.
And also, do NBA fans and Philly fans really feel comfortable about that, considering the last time?
I mean,
he's got the millionaire tax too that they got up here, man, for having a second home worth $4 or $5 million as well. So he's got
take Amex, be a person of the people, commuter train.
Get on the train, man.
Get on
this seller.
Get on the 7 train. And then...
Well, the 7 train taking your butt to Queens. What are you talking? You go to Citi Field and the U.S. Open.
Okay, so what would he have to do?
Tennis Center.
So what would he have to do from Times Square to get by train? What would he have to do?
You just
take an Amtrak.
You just take the Amtrak. You can get the Megabus for about $5.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that.
The Megabus would be hilarious. Do that.
Yeah, this LeBron, his big 6'8" self sitting on the damn Megabus seat.
Right underneath with the luggage.
Hey, you have to, oh God, that would be wild. I don't think that's gonna happen.
That'd be a great.
Hey, but also
a great marketing ploy.
Your practice facility is in New Jersey, right?
It is. It's in Camden.
In Camden, yes, in Camden. So I mean, people figure it out. I mean, that's why it's a tri-state. So you know, because you get to try.
Right. Well, you know what? Pennsylvania's not part of the tri-state. It's New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
It is now.
Real quickly, I want to get both of you guys on this. So do you see the report from this anonymous assistant coach or assistant GM, one of the two, that said that they're going to be too old and too slow?
Are y'all fair?
I was like, first of all, that's blasphemous. I also think of like, Embiid's definitely slow. LeBron's getting older. They don't really, and Maxey's never really been a good defender.
Jaylen Brown's like a wild.
Jaylen can defend. Jaylen can defend. But Maxey can't defend, or he hasn't defended very well.
Oh, they're not gonna play a lot of defense.
I was like, Maxey's the opposite of slow. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but I mean, with Embiid, you can't be running up and down the court either. So, like, I don't know. It's gonna be fascinating to see how they play. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it, man. Once again, LeBron James signing with the Sixers last week, 2 years, $8 million. There's also a report that LeBron to have this Last Dance sort of style documentary with the Sixers. They are pushing back on that vehemently, and also Maverick Carter basically saying they're not doing anything with the Last Dance or anything like that. LeBron hasn't even decided if it's just going to be his last season or anything like that. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on this NBA 2K game. Then the third quarter is flying by. A little lady playing pretty tough with the Sixers. She in white, and Zyrell playing with the Warriors there in blue. He's got a 3-point lead here. That's first quarter brought to you by good friends at El Águila Dorado Restaurant. Authentic Mexican restaurant open 7 days a week. Great food, great atmosphere, great affordable drinks. The Flabations folks are definitely flowing. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Mariachi shows. Been watching the show every other Tuesday. Got the beautiful costumes, the sombreros and everything. DJs on the weekends, Latin nights on the weekends as well. Also have the beautiful patio. The weather's great. The Golden Eagle is landed right here in Bayonne, New Jersey. AguilaDoradoRestaurant.com. More ISG basketball. We're back after a quick timeout. Welcome back here to ISG Basketball. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. The only show, folks, the intersection of sports and gaming. The only show combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. We're talking the latest in the world of the National Basketball Association, also WNBA and college hoops. Got a couple games here playing for cash and prizes. No NBA games this weekend, so the choosing from the teams and the topics that we're talking about. Left-hand corner of the screen at the bottom there, that is Zyrell playing with the Warriors. They're in blue. He's got a 6-point lead. A little lady. She's balling. She's hanging in there, playing tough, playing with the Sixers. She's on the right-hand side. They're in white, and she's got the ball. Top of the screen on the left-hand side in the box. Woodbourne is a writer for SI.com. Top right-hand corner of the screen, that is Andrew Richmond. She's a sports reporter in Atlanta. I'm literally CBS Sports. We're talking the latest in the world of the association, and we're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. We're here at Fine Curate, great sneaker store, and also streetwear store here in Bayonne, New Jersey. Back to the NBA topics, guys. Draymond Green, we're talking about LeBron going to the Sixers. Why didn't he go to Golden State? Well, Draymond Green, he's got a theory here. Draymond Green, he's returning to the Warriors. Also, the Warriors have decided they are moving on. Well, they had no choice. You can't decide when someone doesn't pick you. They're moving on for missing out on LeBron James. Of course, Warriors, pretty old team. LeBron James, they probably could have given him more money because you look at it, Draymond Green he declined his player option for about $28 million, so the Warriors did have some money to give to him. They probably could have given him like $15-20 million there, but he did get a new deal, a one-year deal for $27.7 million, so it's exactly basically what he opted out into to opt back in and get his new one-year deal here. Let's listen to Draymond Green on his podcast talking about why LeBron James didn't come, and it had two letters that he wanted to mention. The words K, or the letters K and D, one of the reasons why he did not go to the Warriors. Here's Draymond Green on his podcast. Take a listen.
You look at Golden State, and I ultimately don't think Brown was ever able to get over, the history. And I understand it. I get it, right? Like, I think what we all ultimately always knew is, like, that's the hurdle to get over. I don't think it's the team. I don't think it's the organization, anything else. I think it's the history. Like, we live in a day and age where everybody who doesn't have anything to say have something to say. And so he's going to get crushed if he comes to the Warriors. Oh, man, you went to team up with Steph.
All right, so that was Draymond Green basically saying, look, man, he would get knocked for it if LeBron would have gone to the Warriors instead of going to the Sixers. He's not terribly wrong there. No, he's wrong, but I understand where he's coming from when you look at this. You look at it, LeBron and what KD went through, of course, he got smacked for it, chasing a title, going with, Steph Curry and those guys, how dominant they were in 2017 and 2018. Probably should have won 3 in a row if KD didn't tear his Achilles in 2019. But you look at it, the Warriors, they're an old team, folks. He left that part out. He went to the better team. Steph is 38, about to be 39. Butler is 36, about to be 37. Draymond's 36, about to be 37. Who else? You got Al Horford's 40, about to be 41. KP, Porzingis is like 31, but he's not healthy. Damn it,
He's
that's the reason.
57.
right. They're old. That's why he didn't go there. Your thoughts here on what Draymond had to say, Nabaz? We'll start with you first. On LeBron, basically would have got cracked for going to the Bay Area.
I mean, look, man, it's one of those things I think you tell yourself, it's kind of like, my attitude on Halle Berry not responding to my DMs. It's me saying, no, she just knew I was too much man for her. You know what I'm saying?
It's not you, it's her, of course.
Right,
Everybody knows that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm the big dog, man. She don't even know. You know what I'm talking about? That's the kind of thing you say to yourself. it's not true, but it sounds good, right? It makes you feel better. Maybe helps you sleep a little better at night. I mean, also you got to remember this Draymond Green who literally cried in the car and begged KD to come in the first place. That's what we forget about that now. He literally cried in the car. Then later on, whined about him being there. Then punched teammates. We can go on and on with Draymond's behavior, but you know what I'm saying. The point is, maybe perhaps Draymond might look at himself and realize, hey, maybe he's not such a great teammate to be around after all.
Go.
Andrew, your thoughts here. Draymond returns. Warriors moving on without LeBron James. I guess that was steps in. Look, we got no choice but to move on, and he's not wrong there. But yeah, you know, Draymond thinks he would have taken a lot of, received a lot of criticism if he would have gone to the Warriors. I don't think so. Not in this case. Just to team up with Steph.
The opposite is what
42, and Steph's going to be 39.
And 42 going to a team that was already probably loaded and favored to win the East. Dare I say, going to the Warriors might have been the hardest road. I'll be here all night, people. Wing, zinger, zinger. Anyway.
Waka, waka, waka.
Waka, waka, waka. No, but honestly, you have a whole bunch of geriatrics who are trying to win before, you know, their career is over. I think that would have been much more difficult than trying to win in the 76ers case right now, where their team was already pretty much formed and ready to go, and now they added a cherry on top in LeBron James. I do understand, you know, Steph is your guy. Also, too, Steph and him have had too many battles, so people will probably say, oh, it'd be lame. Why are you going against your enemy? Why are you joining up against your enemy? But it's been years at this point. We're 4 years removed from the last championship from either one of them, right? 2022 is when Steph won against the Celtics. So I think
2020 for the Lakers. Yep.
2020 for the Lakers. So it's 6 and 4 years. I think it would have been time, you know? But that being said, it's much easier for LeBron in case he does want to load manage to go to the 76ers. If he were to go to the Warriors, not only would he have a little bit more of a noise, but then also to a lot more expectations to stay healthy, because that team, although you can name all those pieces and, you know, Horford and KP and, you know, all those people, Steph and all them, it's a couple of years removed from when they were at their height, so you're getting one of the worst versions of them as well. So there would be a lot more expectation on LeBron to be a solid contributor.
You don't want to be too disrespectful. Look, Steph Curry's still a top player in this league, but they are old. That's the problem. And you look at it. Well, I mean, Draymond plays defense, but like Jimmy Butler's not what he once was. There's some concern that maybe he's not coming back. Shout out to Jimmy Butler. He cut off his hair the other day. I saw that he was doing that. Al Horford's getting old, but I mean, he still played pretty good defense. It's just, you know. You look around, you start looking at guys that are your age. I don't know if that's appealing to LeBron. About your thoughts?
Hey man, look man, it gets old real fast.
Literally,
it just does, man. In all the different ways, it gets old quick. Especially
you're very enlightening today, man. Very enlightening.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta get right to it. You know, just saying, man. It is hard to keep coming back. It is hard to keep doing it at this point and being good. I don't think they're going to be a good team. I don't think they're going to be a great team. I don't think they're going to live up to their expectations. I mean, Steph is a wonderful player, but hey, man, he's getting older. Draymond has continued to decline. God bless him for getting his bread, but I don't think this is, I mean, if they make the playoffs, they'll be lucky. I think they want a playing team.
Yeah, and
I mean, that's what they were last year. Yeah. So
I mean, maybe they might prove me wrong. Maybe they might.
Do you agree with the underlying statement, which was he would have received a lot of blowback if he would have gone to the Warriors?
I don't know about all that, man.
That's where I lose. That's where you lose him too. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know about all that, and honestly, I don't think that matters as much. I just don't think he wanted to go to Golden State just because he didn't want to go to Golden State.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew, there was a lot of talk. There was a lot of talk, like, you know, his daughter and what she's doing, with her extracurriculars, Zuri, and things of that nature. San Fran's what? He's on a PJ. Like, he can get to San Fran in LA, 45 minutes? 45 minutes?
Yeah. So, it's much harder to go to New York. But, you know, the question is, does Steph stay in the Warriors now? This introduces a question about whether or not Steph becomes a lifer, because there was a higher chance when LeBron James was there. You know, it seemed like the Warriors were staying to it. Much higher when Giannis was in the sweepstakes as well. Now it becomes the question as to what this Warriors team will look like in the next couple of years, because with Steve Kerr come back, would Draymond have taken the initial discount? Now he got his money, but would all of this have happened if they would have suspected that, they would have missed on all their pivoting options in order to get that team better. A lot of questions for the Warriors now because LeBron deciding not to go.
All right, we'll keep an eye on the Warriors, man. They're definitely going to look different. And all those guys, I think on the last year of their deals, I believe Steph, definitely Draymond. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy Butler, and I think Al Horford as well. KP, I think he might have an extra year there.
A lot of big game in
not
room.
Not Brandon Potts. He's going to save us.
Those guys, Pods and those guys.
They got a lot of big
Moody
game.
and those guys, A
lot of Bengay, a lot of muscle relaxers, a lot of painkillers.
Yeah. Right. We'll keep an eye.
Some other.
And we'll keep it on the Dubs. Draymond Green back, 1 year, $27.7 million deal. As Steph Curry said, they are moving on after missing out on LeBron. We're moving on. We're keeping an eye on this NBA 2K game. A 6-0 run here. Little Lady got it down to 1. All right, it's back down to 5, under a minute and a half to go. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and get the last minutes here. Second quarter brought to you by our good friends at Tottenville Bagels. 3 locations, one at Amboy Road in Staten Island, also here in Bayonne, also one in Avenel, New Jersey. A bagel born from tradition, hand-rolled bagels. Each one is crafted using time-honored techniques and those special ingredients. They're popular bagel stores in Staten Island and all over the Garden State of New Jersey. Not only are they known for the fresh hand-rolled bagels, but they also have a wide variety of breakfast and also beautiful, great lunch sandwiches there as well. Burgers, chopped cheese, cheesesteaks, deli sandwiches, pancakes, waffles, French toast. Had the French toast bagel today, which was really good with this honey sauce that they put on it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Fresh bagels made daily right there on location. 3 locations, Staten Island, Bayonne, New Jersey, Avenel, New Jersey. Check them out online, TottenvilleBagels.com. More ISG basketball. We're back after a quick timeout. Back here on ISG Basketball, we're powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. The only show, folks, combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. We're talking ladies in the world, the NBA, also WNBA and college hoops. Got a couple games we're playing for cash and prizes going down to the wire. Looks like our king of the hill might hang on. We'll see if a little lady playing with the Sixers in white, if she can make a little charge here and get back in this game and maybe force this thing in overtime, maybe win it at the buzzer. Nabal Superborn, he's a writer for SI.com. Left hand corner of the screen in the middle there. Andrew Richmond, she's a sports reporter in the middle of the screen on the right-hand side. All right, guys, back to the NBA topics here. Did Jason Tatum, guys, did he take a shot at Jaylen Brown? That happened. He was talking to some kids over the week, late last week, and it certainly seemed like, we know Jaylen Brown talked about, well, he didn't talk about this. Let's be fair to Jaylen Brown. It was media members saying this. Colin Cowherd being the main one that was talking about, sources was telling him, executives, that he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, and that's kind of rubbed some of the people the wrong way. Let's listen to Jason Tatum. There's the picture there, talking to some campers and some kids, and he talked about leadership, and he doesn't like that people want to be the smartest guy in the room, and he doesn't think that he is. Here's Jason Tatum talking to some young kids the other day. Take a listen to Jason Tatum, the 2024 NBA champion with the Celtics. Take a listen.
Being a leader doesn't mean you know it all, right? I don't know it all. I'll be the first person to say that. Being a leader is being comfortable with raising your hand like, Michelle, I don't know, can you explain that to me? I don't know X, Y, and Z. I want to learn, right? Somebody, being around somebody that feel like they know it all, I don't want to be around that person, right? I don't want to be the smartest person in the room.
So that was JT right there, man. Jason Tatum, probably a shot, maybe a veiled shot. We talked about the relationship. I mean, he said it. He talked about being smart, and we talked about Colin Cowherd, what he was saying on Fox Sports about Jaylen Brown being the smartest guy in the room. If you could barely hear it, here was this exact quote. Being a leader doesn't mean knowing everything. I don't know everything, and I'll be the first to admit it. Being a leader means being comfortable enough to raise your hand and say, listen, I don't know. He says also, you can explain it to me. I want to learn. I don't want to be surrounded by someone who thinks they know everything. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to learn from others. So that was Jason Tatum's quote to those campers about leadership and the style and about learning from others. So we'll start with you first, Andrea. Were shots fired there, or was that a 12 gauge with buckshots?
Oh my gosh. It sounds like Chicago over here in the 4th of July, man. Letting that thing ring, man. It's unfortunate because Jason Tatum isn't inherently wrong by saying the best leadership style is being humble, listening to everybody, and being okay to admit that you're wrong. The only problem is, everything that's hovering over this story, meaning, like you alluded to, Larry, Colin Cowherd basically saying everyone thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
And he is smart. He went to Cal for the record. The dude, he's a very bright brother.
For a
very
year.
bright. He's done, speaking engagements at MIT.
But he also
He's
did
done
go to
speaking
Harvard.
engagements at Harvard and MIT.
Yes.
The guy's smart. Let's give him some credit. Now, you might not like it. It might rub you the wrong way. That can be true, too.
And absolutely to it. And, I will say, shout out to Jaylen Brown by also saying, comparing him to the rest of the league, the bar is not that high at all, right? So having somebody who is very educated can sometimes push back depending on the way that you communicate it. I think it is very important if you know that there's that perception around you, that you find different ways in order to reach somebody so you don't sound like you're on a pedestal versus everyone else. I cannot say for sure whether or not Jaylen Brown actually is that, or whether or not he's portrayed like that just because he does the speaking engagements at Harvard, just because he talks about things online, et cetera, et cetera. But I do know the fact that when it came to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum about whether or not they liked each other, every single day it's coming out that they did not really mess with each other as much as they made it seem throughout those years.
It was a professional relationship. Real quickly, Nabaz. Hold on, real quick. This is Jaylen Brown. He did tweet something recently.
Of course he did.
Real intelligence is knowing who you are. Insecurity is spending your whole life pretending to be him. And a little snake emoji as well. So there you go. Chew on that, Nabaz.
Snake emoji.
All right. Okay. Now, first of all, with Brown, and I do think we have to be very careful of this, because sometimes with black men in particular, when intelligent, sometimes we either overcredit or we undercredit, and we don't find a middle ground. Jaylen Brown is a well-spoken, articulate man who can convey a message. He also did go to 1 year college. People act like he's a college professor.
Sure.
I mean, he's given some talks, but let's not act like he's a college professor, and let's not overput it when there are black men who actually have advanced degrees, who actually have PhDs for real, and don't bite their regalia off Temu.
This is an intro role
he's
right?
Smart. I'm not saying he's trying to be that. I'm saying, but what I'm saying is,
compared to most other players, I don't give a damn what player you're talking about. Hockey, swimming, golf, football, basketball. He's smart. I don't give a damn what sport it is.
No, he is smart.
Compared to any athlete.
I will also say sometimes he's a bit smart-assy as well.
And that's what Colin Cowherd's alluding to.
There's a difference between being intelligent and being able to convey yourself and being sarcastic and being condescending and being and your intelligence being something that pushes people away, as opposed to bringing people in.
And not being collaborative.
Right.
Not being collaborative,
Now, I'll also say, as we saw recently with Ryan Clark at ESPN, sometimes when you're a black man, it doesn't matter, because if you stand up for yourself and you defend yourself, if you do not let people play in your face or talk to you crazy, then you're arrogant, then you're rude. Ask me how I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are real things that get labeled onto you and foisted onto you just because you won't let anybody play in your face. So both things could be true. I think some of it with Jaylen Brown is Jaylen Brown letting people play with him. You know what I'm saying? I think Jason Tatum, there's a perception that he may allow some more things, and he may be a little bit more comfortable with people saying things that Jaylen Brown ain't going for. Jaylen Brown also is very firm in his blackness, which sometimes also gets perceived as arrogant. And I say Jason Tatum is proud to be black.
Done a lot in the community. Also, criminal justice reform and all that stuff as well.
But Jaylen Brown carries his blackness a whole nother different way. Like, there's a joke, he's going to be very comfortable in Philly because there's a lot of Hotep brothers in Philly that he's going to be right there hanging out with. He's going to get a Philly beard real soon. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be eating
purple and gold. It's not because he wants to be cute.
Right. Although some of those guys are also members of Omega Psi Phi too, as they're celebrating their conclave. Shout out to my friends in that fraternity. God bless them.
Sure. That would be the cues. All right, we're going to keep it.
God bless them.
But very interesting discussion there. Interesting thought between all of us. And
the cues for Christ.
Does it hurt you, Larry? Because, those are your boys. So,
Who the cues?
No, not the cues.
No, not the cues. Or the Christ cues. They call them.
Jason, Jaylen,
No. What I would say, here's what I always tell people. Do I think they were the best of friends? No, I don't think they hated each other. It's just there's two different personalities. JT's the better differently. Yeah, they are. JT's the better player. I think Jalen just wanted a little. He just wanted a little crumb. Just like open the door. Let me in a little bit, Celtics. I know this guy. He gets everything he wants. Certain amount of tickets. Certain amount of perks. Can I just get a little bit of that? That's all. Just give me a little bit of that. And I think that's what it is was they had a professional relationship. They never hung out. Yeah. So I mean, you can talk about Joe Mazzulla. That's JT's guy. So I get where Jaylen Brown's coming from. It did work for 9 years. I would like to see it work for at least another year or two. I didn't like this trade because I think, man, hell, y'all could have got Giannis or LeBron and, would have been better off. But we'll see. We'll see. The Celtics are, an analytic team. We'll see how they do, man. Man. We'll see. They got to change their play style. We'll see how it's going to be fascinating to watch them play.
I will say this. I do hate
I think Paul George actually going to play good for them. Because
if PG plays well.
If it came down to relationships, I hate that this is how it ended.
Exactly.
Because they won a championship.
Exactly.
This is sad.
Exactly.
And I have some other thoughts.
The 6 conference freaking finals, guys. 6.
Right.
Deep run, man. It was a good run.
Yeah, I don't like it, man, but it is what it is, man. Good luck to everyone.
Keep on. All right, the game is over. King of the Hill gets the win. Back here on ISG Basketball, we're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. We're the only show combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. Talking to the latest in the world of the NBA, also WNBA and college hoops. Also had a couple of games they're playing for cash and prizes. The game is over. King of the Hill does get another win. It was close down there in the fourth quarter at the end, but he pulls it out. Had a nice little run to close out the game. Got in the We're born a writer for SI.com, and also Andrew Richmond. She's a sports reporter in Atlanta. I'm Larry Ridley, CBS Sports. We talk the latest here on ISG Basketball. All right, guys, back to the NBA topics. You can see here there's pictures and things of that nature of LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, and their investigation. Remember, we talked about the investigation with Aspiration, the $28 million alleged there that he got from that deal from the marketing and things of that nature. The salary cap circumvention as well with Kawhi. The trade to the Raptors back on June the 30th that is now on hold, and now Toronto is sort of left holding the bag on if there's anything that happens or any sort of penalties, y'all got to deal with it. And that's not something new in the NBA. That there's plenty of precedent on that. I want to get you guys' thoughts here with the report as well, that this investigation could go into 2027 if they don't agree to the findings here, which seems like that's the problem. Reportedly, they say there's no there. Your thoughts on the boss? This thing going to 2027?
Yeah. Okay, if they wanted to, sure. Because this is like, so when I cover college football, one of the things that would happen with UGA in particular is they made it to where they had up to, I think it's 45 days to respond to a FOIA request. For the audience, a FOIA request is a Freedom of Information Act request, okay? They have that long to respond to the request. And the response could pretty much be, no, we're not giving it to you, or yes, we'll give it to you, but it's how much it costs. And a lot of times they will take right up until the last second to answer the request. Now you ask, well, why would they do that? Well, if I request information on, since I mentioned the University of Georgia football program in this context, if I wanted to do a FOIA on DUIs for football players or traffic violations or things of that nature, it could take me up to 45 days to get that information. Well, by the time that information comes out, it's now too late for it to really be relevant or matter, which is kind of similar to what a certain football team tried to do with their football coach recently. But I digress. My point of all this
I was about to say, well, what does this have to do with the price of tea in China? What about the Clippers here and Kawhi?
It has everything to do with it because it's about how information is concealed and hidden.
They're having a hard time getting witnesses to talk and things that ain't trying to subpoena stuff. Yeah, they're having a hard time with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's a defunct company. It could. My whole point is, even if they want to do this investigation the right way, you can't put a time limit on it. And my thing is, what are you going to do with Kawhi? What are you going to do with Brandon Ingram and these guys? The trade's been consummated. It's just not official. So we're going to go into the season not having an agreement and just Kawhi does go back to the Clippers or does he go play in Toronto?
Maybe if Adam Silver decided to stop meddling with the WNBA and decide to actually clean up this Clippers mess, then Kawhi wouldn't be in the situation in the first place, right?
Well,
because this situation has been happening for how long? And it seems like there was no movement until after the trade was already consummated, like you said, Larry. So it seems that the league thought that people wouldn't drop this, that Pablo Torre would stop talking about it.
They wanted this done by this summer. This summer's almost over.
It's the league's inaction that caused this whole situation to happen. So now Kawhi has to sit on the rafters even more for the Raptors in order to make sure that the teams could end up completing the deal. It's really the league's inaction that caused this whole situation. And if they had taken this seriously, then we wouldn't be here. But you know, NBA.
Man, this is
Adam Silver's NBA.
Well, no, I think Adam and those guys, they have to do something, because you got 30 teams. You have 30, that you're working for. You just can't have the Clippers get away with this now. You do need a smoking gun. They do need to find that. So that's what I'm saying. As far as the discovery and all that stuff, you got to get people that are going to help with this investigation and push it forward. Just worried about Kawhi and those guys, like, where are they going to play, man? Why you guys are thinking about this and trying to figure this out? I think it is. And Toronto just had a statement that just came out the other day basically saying, yeah, you all told us that we're left holding the bag. We don't want to do this. Like, no, you guys agreed to the deal. You guys are stuck with whatever happens. And that's happened in plenty of other sports. We've seen it happen in NFL, and hell, we've seen it happen in NBA as well. Whatever punishment comes down, you guys are going to have to deal with it.
If the NBA really wanted a smoking gun, why didn't they contact Pablo Torre, who's been the whole entire time? It's very clear that Adam does it right. Adam does not want for this thing to end up happening, because why? He is the voice of the ownership.
You need some sort of paperwork from Aspiration. You got to get deep into there to really have a smoking gun.
There are leads that are there that Pablo's already uncovered, right? But it seems like they haven't even touched those in the first place, right?
Okay,
this is because the league. Adam Silver represents the owners of all these individual teams. The owners of the individual teams don't want this investigation to come through, because there's a lot more people who are doing the TB12 system in the aspiration system of paying players underneath the table. If they do this sets a precedent that they don't like. But that being said, you also can't let them go unpunished. So again, it's Adam Silver's inaction, looking to protect the product against the rules that he set in his own self, because the second apron is dumb.
30 seconds, we gotta go.
Stupid. Second apron sucks. All this sucks. It makes teams bad. It makes teams try to do these things to circumvent. I'm pretty sure there's probably other teams who've done it, which is why this is moving slowly. We will see how this goes, but I don't expect much to come of it.
Yeah, here's the Clippers. I mean, the
also,
Raptors.
hell, Kawhi might not even play knowing how he be.
All right, here's the Raptors. We would assume the risk of any potential outcome of the investigation impacting Kawhi. In light of this, we will wait until the league's investigation is complete. The Raptors remain eager to bring Kawhi back to Toronto. Look forward to a swift resolution for our players.
I'm sure they do.
Regarding our planned trade with the Clippers for Kawhi, the NBA League office informed us that the result of the ongoing investigation involving the Clippers, we would assume the risk of this. See, that's what I'm saying. And I'm with the league on that. That's how it has to be, or this trade is null and void. Like, what are we doing here? So, I mean, that's what you buy a used car, right? You assume certain risk. Certain, not all of them, but certain ones. So we'll see how it goes down. And that's the problem here with the NBA investigation. This is tricky. Because you're right.
Fugazi, man.
There's a lot wrong there, but where's the there as well is what I'm saying. Do I think that they did something nefarious? Likely. I need the evidence. I need paperwork. I need something from this defunct company now. You got to get some of these employees and talk, and they got to talk on the record, and they got to be subpoenaed. So we'll see about all that, and we'll see how that goes. We'll take a quick break, guys. Fourth quarter brought to you by good friends at 902 Brewing Company, located in Jersey City. Craft brewery, they're producing those ales and lagers. Got about 20 different varieties of ales and lagers. Handcrafted beers, best atmosphere. Curated good times right there in Jersey City. Made right there in Jersey City. Got a spacious tap room. They host a variety of events. They also have a rooftop as well, guys, overlooking Lower Manhattan, the World Trade Center, and also the Hudson River as well. Check them out online, 902brewing.com. More ISG basketball. We're back. Last time out after a quick timeout. Back here on ISG Basketball, we're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. The only show combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. The gaming's over. Our king of the hill, our champion, gets the win. He was playing with the Warriors, gets the win over the Sixers. Got to Miles Wilborn and Andrew Richmond, a sports reporter in Atlanta. All right, guys, how about this Joker? For the second straight year, his horse wins the top Serbian race, the harness race, the Dream Catcher Stables there. Second straight year. The name of the horse, Delicious Gar. What do you think about? Hey, man, he's got a nice thing going over there in Serbia, man.
He looks happier there than we won the NBA championship. So.
I was gonna say his true passions now finally being realized.
He looks lit,
All
man.
right.
He like he having way more fun than when he won the championship that year.
Popping
He outside
champagne.
with it.
They are.
The fervor on that champagne, he ain't never do that post Nugget
Nah,
championship.
man.
This is great. This is good. This is good. This is
Hey,
good video.
man, he looks like he has fun, man. God bless him, man. Do your thing, dog.
That's like his happy place, man. It's on the
Hey,
track.
man.
It's great, dude. And the harness racing, old school like that. It seems like something that would go down in Serbia too. Like,
Hey, man. Hey, also, man. Hey, man. Shout out to them Serbians. Shout out to the Yugoslavians. Shout out to the Turkish.
Yeah.
Man, those are the grinders of Europe, man. Them folk ain't playing around, dog.
Come
All
on,
right.
Europe,
Andrew, what do you think?
Stand up, man. I like I said, man,
Joker.
he seems so much more happier here. It's amazing. You know, a lot of times we assume that athletes that, you know, you're playing basketball, that should be the pinnacle of the pinnacle. Some people are just good at it, man, and that allows them to follow their true passion. Serbian horse racing, man.
Hey,
Let's
man.
go.
Hey, that's
All right, we
like
gotta go.
East side Europe, man. East side.
all right. There it is. Once again, Joker,
Love it.
Nikola Jokic, his
There
horse
you
wins
go.
for the second straight year. Delicious Gar wins for the second, well, not the horse, but one of his horses wins that top Serbian race there for the second straight year. Speaking of horses and winning, our guy Zyrell has been winning for about 4 months, so let's go ahead and bring in our king of the hill. Zyrell, man, this thing was a 1-point game with about 2 minutes to go. You went on a nice little run, I think a light little 6-0 run there, got a little separation, man, and you were able to get a win. Were you surprised by a little lady, giving you some issues today?
She always give me the best comp. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
She give me the best comp.
Yeah.
Yeah, she be hooping every time. So like I ain't surprised. Every time she come out with a good game. So I can't complain.
All right, and man, you're a really good champ, man. We'll see you next week, guys. You want to be like Zyrell or a little later, anybody else, man? You can join us now. Check us out now. TheISGShow.com/NBA2K. 13 years of age, all online. Win cash and other prizes. Weekly King of the Hill format. You win, you still in the six. Join us now. TheISGShow.com/NBA2K. Also, the merch. The store is open 24 hours a day, man. Get it exclusively there. Long sleeve tees, $34.99. Hoodies, $59.99. T-shirts, $29.99 exclusively at theisgshow.com/shop. Theisgshow.com/shop. Post-game show brought to our good friends in Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. They invented deep dish back in 1943. 100 locations in some 20 states that serve more than pizza. They got pasta, steak, seafood, burgers, and more. Craft beers, great cocktails, and vegetarian dishes. Check them out online at unos.com. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here, man. For my guy Zyrell, another king of the hill. We'll see him next week. Andrew Richmond, she's a sports reporter in Atlanta. Peace up, A-Down. She's in the A-Town. And the Boss Born, it's the Confluence, folks. It's the Confluence. He's a writer for SI.com and other publications up there in Pittsburgh, PM. Literally, CBS Sports. Thanks for watching here on FTL Sports, Next Level Sports, and Destination Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and ESTV. The intersection of sports and gaming, the only show come out of real sports and gaming right here on these platforms. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the NBA, man. More off-season drama, and we'll have it for you next week. Bye-bye.